Welcome back, guys, to another Night Token story, another high spirit story. I hope you guys got something to toke along with me. If not, that's cool. I hope you guys enjoy the story. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub if you guys enjoy. This story is actually kind of a crazy story. This is a really sketchy plug story about the time that I ran into this really sketchy plug where I didn't have no bud, but I was in desperate measures to get some gas. This story starts out like that morning. I ran out of bud. I remember that morning I ran out of bud. I had this keef, the keef that's in the jar. There's a little bit of keef in the jar. There was some of that, and I was trying to dust it and put it in the bowl. And of course that's not gonna do much, but I mean, I guess it differed a little bit for the morning, for the wake and bake type of, not really wake and bake, but got a couple hits out of it, so it wasn't too bad. Anyways. So I started hitting up my plugs that morning. While I have this little tiny bowl of keef and stuff, I'm over here hitting my plugs, texting them, seeing what they got, seeing if my plugs have anything. None of them really had anything. Some were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to drop off till this time" or whatever. And then some of them, there was one that said that he would come, and he looked like he had some gas and everything. I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll wait for this guy." He said, "I'll come later." Then he kept saying, he kept hitting me up with "Okay, I'm on my way. Okay, 30 minutes away. Okay, hold on, I had to stop real quick. Another 30 minutes away. Okay, 5 minutes away. Okay, 5 minutes away." And it was hours and hours were going by. I'm like, come on, nothing. So I just started hitting up. I mean, I was already hitting up everybody earlier. So I'm like, okay, let me hit up my cousins and my friends and the people I know that smoke. And I'm like, all right, let me see what they got. Hitting up everybody. Most people were actually getting the same thing, but it's because we buy from similar plugs most of the time. So people were getting a similar reaction. People were getting plug was saying the same thing to them that they were saying to me. It's because plugs sometimes they don't want to. I don't know if they don't want to, but how they be. Everyone knows how plugs be, but they were doing the plug thing. Anyways, the plug walk. I guess they weren't walking, so I don't know. Doing the plug excuses. Anyways, eventually later in that day, one of my older friends that I used to smoke with was like, "I got a plug if you're down. He's not the best and he's a little sketchy, but occasionally he has some gas." And I'm like, you know what? I kind of need some bud, so I'm ready. I'm down. I'm down to toke. Or I'm down to go. And we drive a bit. We drive kind of far. It was probably an hour and a half drive. It wasn't too far, but it was kind of a ways. And we pull up to this gas station. It's this sketchy, dark gas station. There's one of the street lights that's kind of flickering outside and stuff. So you don't really see much. All you see is whatever's in the headlight beams. And then we pull up to the back of this gas station. There's this guy in this hoodie. My friend's like, "Oh, I think that's him. I think that's gonna be him." He said he was gonna be behind the gas station. Me and my friend both got out of the car because I'm like, I don't want to meet him by myself. I don't even know this guy. A little sketchy. At least go with me because you know him. I don't know him. So we both get out of the car. And we walk over to him. And there's this I guess it was kind of small. It was a pit, but it was kind of a smaller pit. One of those pits that have the longer snouts, skinnier snouts, kind of just a Chihuahua type of, not Chihuahua, but regular dogs have these snouts instead of a pit bull snout, So it was one of those dogs. And the guy had it on this leash thing. He was like, "All right." He's like, "I got a sack for 30. And I'm like, "How much is in the sack?" He's like, "I got a sack for 30. So me assuming, an ounce or at least a half ounce or something, because some people say sack for I'm like, all right, that seems like a pretty good deal. I have not seen no one sell sack for $30. So I was like, little sketched, but I have 30. I brought 30 with me so I could buy like 3 grams or something. I have a good amount. Like, I don't want to just buy a gram or something. I want to at least have like at least 3 grams or so, because we're probably gonna smoke together, you know, me and my friend. And so I'm like, I have 30 on me, so I'm like, you know what, I'll take 30. I'll definitely take 30. But he kept going on and on about this weed is organic. It's very organic. This is the purest organic weed you're gonna see. It's organic. And I'm like, why do you keep saying it's organic? It's a plant. Of course it's organic. But no, what he meant by it's organic is this is trash, but it will get you high if you keep smoking it. Throw that shit in a blunt, it will get you high. But he kept saying it's organic, it's organic, it's organic. But that's, I needed the bud. There was no one answering. So, I mean, I said yes because I thought it was going to be some good bud. And I was willing to pay the 30, especially if he's going to give me a lot. So I'm like, yeah, definitely. He gives me the bag. It feels really light. I'm like, for a sack, this is really light. I open it up. He hands it to me. I look at it. I'm like, for a sack, this is really light. And I'm like, how much is in here? He's like, it's a sack. And I'm like, I don't know if this is worth 30. Because I'm looking at it, this shit looks like some stems, some seeds, there's bud in there. It was all like, you could tell that this is not the best weed. It's like, I would say it's right under mid, maybe. Like, it's like a mid bud looking, but like, there's a lot of seeds and stems in there, which makes it just, this is not that great bud. This is crap bud, almost, basically. What are you giving me? I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna pay 30 for this. And then he's like, you either pay 30 or I'm gonna let the dog go. I'm like, what the fuck? Chill. Why you gotta bring the dog? Like, he let him be. He's chilling. He didn't seem chilling. He seemed really upset. So if he were to let that shit go, he would be. That dog was growling the whole time we're standing there. I'm like, I'm not gonna give you 30 for this. And I'm not gonna give you 30 for this. He's like, you're gonna give me 30. I'm not gonna give you 30. He let the dog go. We both started bolting to the car. My friend gets in. I get in. But right before I get my foot in, that shit dog bites my leg. I just kick it off. I feel like it didn't have, like, I was assuming it would have like a lock jaw thing, like a pit, but this dog didn't like lock the jaw or nothing, so I don't know. But I know it was also a different looking pit, so I don't know if that had effect or what, because it was a different kind of pit. But that shit hurt like hell still. It didn't like get stuck on there. I was able to kick it off and then put my foot in the thing third, and I got away with the crap bud, so I guess we had some bud to smoke or whatever. I don't know if my friend ever bought from him anymore or what. I don't know what his situation with that plug was, but it was sketchy as fuck. It was just so dark. Just some guy in a hood with a fucking pit. Like, what the fuck? What is this? I mean, if he had good bud, then I wouldn't care. Like, I don't judge. So if there's someone's gonna be sketchy as fuck, as long as you give me good bud, I don't really care. Like, but because I was a little sketched out by it, and he gave me some shit bud, and he threatened me with the dog, I'm like, what is this? What am I getting myself into? I guess I ended up with some free trash bud, so it wasn't too bad of a situation, but like, I don't know, that shit was sketchy as fuck. If you guys have any sketchy situations like that, drop them in the comments. I definitely want to hear your guys' stories or what, because there's some sketchy stories out there, people. I've heard some crazy stories. If you guys like this video, if you like the story, please throw a comment in your stories. Please sub if you like these kind of stories. If you guys want to hear more of my stories, I could tell more of my stories if you guys like these stories. What hit for the road? And I'll catch you guys in the next one.